As a thrift store, we get in a lot of donations. They're pretty constant here, and we're thankful for that. So we do thank all of our customers and people in the community who support us by donating. And some things you see, there's a story behind it. Some things you really wonder, what is the story behind it? But yet you never know. Occasionally, you do get to find out what the story is. And the following video that you're about to watch tells the story of something very special that came into our store as a donation that should have never been a donation and found its way back home, I believe about 800 miles away from here. So enjoy the story, and I hope you're blessed by it. Good afternoon. Coming from you today from Thrift Therapy in Alcoa. Most of you are familiar with us, but there's the information just in case you're not. Today is Good Friday, so of course I want to take this opportunity to wish each and every one of you a happy Easter. And most of you, as I said, you're familiar with us. You follow our Facebook, you know our stories. At Christmas, we were able to post a Christmas miracle. And that was just incredibly awesome to be able to do. And now that we have Easter upon us, guess what? Yep, we have had an Easter miracle. So, what happened is a couple of months ago, I had a lady in here shopping, and while she was looking around, we were talking, and she said, "Do you take Bibles?" And I said, "Well, we sure do. As a matter of fact, we give the Bibles away because we want to make sure that the Word gets into the right hands." She said, "Okay, I have a Bible in my car. Let me go get it for you." So she went out to her car, she brought the Bible in, handed it to me, and said she works at a venue, I believe in Townsend. They had a retreat there. Somebody left the Bible, and they had held on to it, waiting to see if someone would call, try to claim it. They didn't hear from anybody, and she had it in her car for quite some time. So I took the Bible. It was a nice leather cover on it, very attractive Bible. I took it and put it on the desk and didn't think a lot more about it. So fast forward a few months later, last week, I thought, well, I'm going to get this Bible off the desk. I'm going to go put it out, let it find a good home. But when I picked the Bible up, there was just a feeling. It wasn't just a Bible. It was a well-loved Bible. And I could tell from the feeling of it that there was something special about that Bible. So my thoughts were, I need to find the owner of this Bible. I flipped through the Bible. There was a lot of stuff in it. There was some church, bulletins. But there was no church name on it. There was an obituary and funeral notice. So I read it, and the lady that it was for sounded like just an incredibly awesome woman. There was a business card for a gentleman with the Department of Labor in Mississippi. So I called that number. I left a message. Didn't get a call back. I decided the only thing that had to go on was that funeral notice. So I messaged the church where that funeral was held and let them know that I have a Bible and I believe that it might belong to somebody in their congregation potentially, or that they may know who it might belong to, but they were the only link that I had. So I got a message back from the church, and the person who answered responded that I do know so-and-so, which happened to be the son of the deceased lady. She said she would get a message to him. So next thing that happened is I got a message from him. on Messenger asking if I was the person who had sent that message. I responded that it was me and that I would like to talk to him. And I just had a feeling that this Bible belonged to him or his son. They were really the only two people mentioned in the funeral notice, so I thought they were my best shot. Well, the gentleman called me, and it wasn't his Bible. He did not know whose Bible it was. He didn't know who would have been attending a function in Tennessee that would have his mother's funeral notice in it. So I was kind of at a dead end. I told him that there were a couple of, the church brochures in the Bible, but there was no name of a church. So he asked me to send those to him to see if he would recognize any of the names. I did that, and he texted me back that he did recognize a couple of names, and he would get in touch with people. The day progressed, and before that day was over, by the end of the evening, I received a phone call from a gentleman. And he said, "I believe you have something that belongs to me." And it was emotional. And the feeling that I had over this Bible, that it meant something to somebody, well, sure enough, it did. The Bible had belonged to this gentleman's father-in-law, the father-in-law of which has since passed away. The Department of Labor number that I called in Mississippi was for the gentleman who has passed. So I was excited to be able to find where the Bible belonged, who it belonged to. And he said, "I can drive up Friday and get it." Well, he lives in Mississippi. I told him, "There's no reason for that. I can mail it to you. That's not a problem." And he said, "Oh, no. That Bible is much too special, and it means too much. I thought I would never get it back, and I don't want to risk it getting lost again." So today, Good Friday, the gentleman and his wife drove all night to get here, and they came to the store, and they picked up the Bible. And to me, it was a miracle. It's been lost for over a year, and he thought he would never see it again. So, miracles happen. Don't ever give up. This is my side of the story, but if you continue watching, we have his side as well. And I just hope that you all enjoy the story as much as we have, and that you have a very blessed Easter and miracles that come your way.
Gone, and they a few little
bulletins in it. But
but
my father-in-law was a pastor, and it has a few of his sermon notes he left for me.
That's amazing. Let's see. So, what's your name?
My name's Scotty Hatcher. I'm from North Mississippi, and I received a message this week from a friend on Facebook, Miss Regina at Thrift Therapy, and she had my Bible.
It's okay.
I lost my Bible a year ago at a resort in Sevierville. I called multiple times, and they said I didn't leave it there. They seemed really unconcerned, but God made it come to the right person's hand, to Miss Regina. She reached out to me. I'm eternally thankful for her for being so caring and compassionate about something she knew that meant something to someone.
And you drove from where?
Just north of Tupelo, Mississippi. We drove about 6 hours last night. We just stopped, but we didn't hurry, and then we drove a little bit this morning. And
you came all the way up, and you got your Bible right from your from that's related to your family.
Thank you.
you need to get in here too.
It's amazing.
No, I'm good.
Amazing story. Thank you for sharing that.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
thank you.